Jordan knelt down and spoke quietly with Cornelius. He made some jokes and told some stories about basketball, and he didn't rush. You have to understand, for a long time, the only adults Cornelius had contact with were adults who wanted to hurt and humiliate him. And now Jordan was saying, and talked to this kid, are you going to cheer for us today? We are going to need it. Jordan went back to into the locker room to finish dressing to the game. I walked Cornelius back upstairs to the court. There was one more surprise in waiting. Cornelius was given a red shirt of the kind worn by the Bulls boys. He retrieved the ball for the players from both teams as they warmed up. Then the game was about to begin, and he was led to Jordan's seat on the Bulls bench. That's where he was going to sit, right next to Jordan's seat. During the minutes of the game, when Jordan was out and resting, Cornelius was sitting right beside him. When Jordan was on the court, Cornelius would be there, saving the seat for Michael Jordan. At one point late in the game, Jordan took a pass and sailed into the yard and slammed home a basket. And there, just a few steps away, was Cornelius Abraham, laughing out loud. As we applauded the incredible basket, said the report, he said this: the act of kindness that Jordan showed Cornelius was receiving the applause of heaven. You see, greatness in God's eyes is measured by small acts of kindness. The Christian book, which is the Bible, tells in John chapter 3, says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son. But the word love, as it's used to describe God, is not the love we see portrayed on TV or in Hollywood productions. When the word love is used in association with God, you will also find one accompanying action. God's love is demonstrative love. It's not just talking. He does not merely say, I love you, but along with those words is the proof. The love of God is living and active. It is tangible and easily recognized. God, his love, is living and active. There is a parable in the Bible, the book of the Matthew, that says this. Jesus is talking to these people. And you have to understand that this parable, when Jesus was talking to them, was religious people. And this is what Jesus said. Then the king will say to those on his right, enter, you who are blessed by my Father, that take what's coming to you in this kingdom. I have read since the world's foundation, and here is why. I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was homeless, and you gave me a room. I was shivering, and you gave me clothes. I was sick, and you stopped me to visit. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then those sheep are going to say, Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you? When did we ever see you thirsty and give you a drink? And when did we ever see you sick or in prison and came to visit you? Then the king will say, I'm telling you the truth. Whenever you did one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was for me. Note the activities that Jesus is mentioning here. Feeding the hungry, giving drink to the thirsty, showing hospitality to strangers, clothing of the naked, caring for the sick, and visiting the imprisoned. The parable describes acts of kindness we all can do in our daily life. The acts of kindness does not depend on wealth, ability, intelligence, or money. They are simply acts freely given and freely received. Any one of us could easily be involved in a number of these activities, these simple acts of kindness. While it is true that the type of service we are called by God to perform is engaged, but also is not it requires something from us. The acts which Christ has mentioned in this passage all have a ring of personal compassion and require more than simply writing a check to charity. The call of God to simply serve is the call to become personally involved in the life of those who are hurting and touch them with our lives. The story is told of a boy in the ghetto. Somebody was teasing this boy, was telling him, if God loves you, why doesn't He take care of you? Why God doesn't bring someone to feed you or give you clothes or give you some shoes? The young boy started crying. He said, I believe God told someone, but someone forgot. And for us today here, that was celebrating the 6th anniversary of Mantena, Mantena has not forgotten what God told them to do. I do believe with all my heart, when I see all the activities that Mantena is doing, that they are fulfilling God's dream of helping the society that they are living in. When everything is said and done, and our final days on this earth is coming to an end, nothing that we accomplish in this world will matter, but only one thing: people. Nothing else. Only people. People matter to God, and the only reward you and me will be able to see in heaven one day is going to be just people. Have you ever wondered about that? We work in this world. We gave our lives here. We spent 8, 9, 10 hours working here as hard as we can. But the only reward you are going to be able to see in heaven, for those of you that believe in heaven, are going to be people. Doesn't matter what you have in this earth. You're not going to take there your cars, your house, your jewelry, nothing. Only thing you're going to see up there are people. People that you help. People that you offered your hands. People that you came and you helped them in whatever the needs that they had. People is the only reward you're going to be there to see there. That's why Henry Drummond said, when everything is said and done, the most important moments of our lives is to see people, is helping them in whatever needs they might have. You see here some things that Mantena is doing, but I would like to stress out some of those things. Mantena Global Care has been serving people in different ways. They have helped the people to have a better life through health classes. They have helped children of our Portuguese community to learn the language of their parents. They have helped people with their physical needs, clothes, food, and even shelter. They have helped people with their immigration issues. They have helped people to learn other languages through classes of Hebrew, French, and Portuguese. They have helped people to develop professionally through computer classes. They have supported women who have faced challenges in their lives through the AMA group. They have helped people to find new job options and taught them sewing classes. They have supported families of special children to cope with the many challenges they face. They have served pregnant women, broken families, cancer survivors. They have helped people learn how to cook. They have helped people to grow in all areas of development. Mantena Global Care has been making the difference in our community, in the city, in the country, and also abroad, like Brazil and Haiti. And we are very glad and very proud to be part of Mantena's family, because they opened a door for us to get involved and to serve the community. And I think that's something very important. As we hear that we have to help others, sometimes we don't know what to do and where to go, but now you do. Now you know. You can go to Mantena's and you have a variety of options to help them as much as you can. Mantena is here to serve, and they have been serving the people. The people that work there are all volunteers.